Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American, Challenger League. And, usually to get into this league, you have to be Challenger. Sometimes it means that you're Challenger in casting. And that means that we will have players casting and casters playing and everything turn it upside down as we get into our last game of the night with the somewhat newly revamped Cognitive Gaming taking on Curse Academy. And speaking of Curse Academy, I am joined by the Curse Academy manager, Ben Drake. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing great.
Okay, well, we're gonna have ourselves a game here. All right, so games are what's being played, but that's about as far as I can go into my in-depth analysis, because even though I may have insider secrets to the secret strategies of the new Cognitive Gaming, we're gonna see what they have to pull out tonight to take on a team that you may possibly be familiar with.
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, I only see him like every day.
Well, I see them almost every day, Ben. So it's almost the same, but maybe not in quite the same way. So you guys pulled off a pretty dominant win in the last game versus Team 8. Do you expect to see the strategies that you've researched in that game being pulled out to counteract the dominant play style that Cognitive are going to be using?
I don't think so. I mean, we were studying the gameplay tape of yesterday's game. I mean, it was pretty exciting that you guys broke out some crazy strats yesterday versus Lion Gaming last night.
Yeah, those were some pretty crazy strats. That's some fairly accurate analysis, Ben. So can we expect to see some crazy strats from Curse Academy in this game?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh my. Well,
I mean, we already see the Donger breaking out, possibly.
Possibly. Rux actually last season gave NACL a 100% win ratio with Teemo. So, this season we've already seen one Teemo game. Can we see a second? And will it be successful? Also, like you said, the Donger now available after having been reworked.
Best walk in the game in the rework.
Still
got the strut. Still got the strut.
And now that he has a new animation in this patch, he actually grabs his little rocket when he flies around with home guard boots. It's so cool. I expect a home guard boots rush from whoever does finally play him, but probably not going to go with that just yet. Rux, the lock in the Lee Sin, and of course there's that Zyra from Pateau. So I guess I gotta ask you, after detail, I don't know, studying the finer nuances of Cognitive's game from yesterday. I think Ziploc was its title, Ziploc and his Doges. We're coming into tonight's game, and I'm still somewhat uncertain. But yesterday we saw a Morgana jungle. This time, possibly the Darius jungle coming out. So, yeah.
Got a Furious level 6 ganks.
Hey, Darius Maokai bottom lanes were a thing for a while, and I know Jat's pretty fond of those. We'll have to see if we can...
I played that. It's spectacular.
Well, all
because no one expects it. And
it's
then
true.
You get the double runic shield. Oh, it's great.
I mean, what do you do against that? You just kind of you get rooted, and then you get pulled back in, and you just get dunked on.
Yep.
So I'm still waiting for the Maokai pick to come out. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not we can have that the best bottom lane in the world. But locking in an 80 carry, Morbazan making me a little bit sad. Now, Morbazan last game had a dominant carry performance. Finished the game, we believe, with more than twice the number of deaths that he has kills. Kind of interesting to see which player, or which champion rather, he's going to pick to succeed on this game.
I mean, he's got to set the record for KDA. I mean, what? The all-time record for negative KDA. It'd be great.
I mean, everybody has to have their own records. Sometimes you have better records than others, but hey, everybody's got one, and we'll have to see what Morbazan does decide on here. Matchme is going to lock in these. Okay, so I feel like I'm not. Yesterday from Leon Gaming, we had some somewhat non-standard picks and play style, to put it that way, and that game was actually relatively even. But I don't know if you've just trained a merciless bunch of killing machines on Curse Academy, but it doesn't look like they're taking any mercy this time around.
I think it's a bunch of East Coast kids that want to go to bed soon, so they want to possibly get a quick game instead of the 50-minute bloodbath that was that game yesterday.
We're not going to speak about that last game. If you guys are wondering what on earth we're talking about, you need to hit the VODs or head over to youtube.com/NACL esports and check out the previous performance from Ziploc's female Doges that they played yesterday versus Leon Gaming. It was one of the greatest games I've ever seen, and it was an experience. Well, we're gonna have another experience on our hands
Definitely
here.
something you'll tell your children about if you ever watch it.
Dude, I would never tell my kids about that game. Sweet lord. Well, it's up on Reddit anyway, so you guys should still be able to find it. Or like I said, on the NACL YouTube channel. It's a spectacle, let's put it that way. Now, Morbazan returning to the mid lane on his Orianna, looking for a Moriana this game, I suppose. But Studio got its Rumble, and if you guys were unfamiliar with Studio as a player previously, he actually had a devastating Rumble in Season 2 and 3. It was very, very highly ranked, and bringing that back, man. Looks like Studio's going for some power picks too. But Curse Academy, I think it's safe to say they got a pretty good lineup this game. Except that it's help me out with the picks here, Ben.
I mean, it looks like we're running a little bit of the LMQ strat of trying different roles from this weekend. I mean, we got Rux playing his favorite champion.
All right.
Doppelganger of sorts. We got we got Pat playing Fizz, which I've never seen him not jungle. And then Duosec always claims that Ryze is the best champion. And if you ever watch Mashmeet stream, he plays a pretty potent Lee Sin. And then we witnessed last game, K1 had a great Zyra game, so.
It's true, and so I'm expecting to see great things from K1 in the LMQ game that you're referencing. It was actually Vasily who is the only player to not lane swap or role swap in that game. That was because he dominated on his role. So I'm expecting to see the same things here from K1 Pro. We're gonna have the new lane roster of Cursed Academy playing against Ziploc's female dogs, who are currently 1-0 undefeated, and I believe that puts them in first place. Ben, how does it feel to be dethroned from that position?
Pretty scary.
Okay, well, you guys are looking to tie up their score at 1-1 when we get back. But first, a quick commercial break as we head into this game. Don't forget to check out our sponsors. You can see them right down below the screen. They're Loot Crate, a Geek Gaming gear subscription that you can check out by visiting lootcrate.com or clicking on the link right down below the screen. Phoenix Peripherals, you can head over to phoenixcollection.com, or once again, just click on the bird. It'll send you over if you guys are interested in some very high-quality gaming peripherals. You can also see our sponsors down there at Wall Class, which is a very affordable way to get lessons from some of your favorite Challenger and LCS pros by heading over to wallclass.com. So definitely check them out. And do want to thank Monster Cat and DJ Doge for some excellent music. We're going to hit some of that as we hop into our last game of the night. Don't go around. It's going to be real. We'll see you later. everybody, and welcome back to the North American Challenger League. We are here in our last game of the night. As you may see, ZFD, that is Ziploc's female doges, they are taking on Curse Academy. I am Rapid. I'm being joined by Curse Academy's manager, Ben Drake, to discuss his team's somewhat non-standard start to the game. Can you give me the detailed strategic ideas behind not only role swapping, but playing a 4v4?
Oh, well, it looks like we just wanted to keep it fair, match up the PC with the even player base, because, I mean, everyone wants a fair matchup, and then hopefully it'll be some another bloodbath as yesterday.
Well, I think the real reason behind this is perhaps that, Pat's Fizz was maybe not quite up to par to take on Morbazan's Orianna, and that meant that instead of just taking a deficit to the game before you guys started, you're just going to make things a little bit more even between the teams by taking that mid lane out of contention. So this is actually really interesting to me. I'd love to talk about the deep strategic ways that you could play 4v4 on Summoner's Rift, but I don't think that's a meta that's very well established.
No, and I hope it never will be.
Hopefully not, but for now, it's good guy Curse Academy agreeing to the 4v4 in the absence of Morbazan. We're going to see minions spawn and other exciting things happening here. I'm really actually interested in top lane. We're going to see two mages return up there. Haven't seen those for a while, but how are these lanes going to work up at all? Do you have supports being mid laners now? I mean, I think Zyra as a mid laner would work out a little bit better than Thresh.
I mean, it looks empty right now, so who knows? The mystery to all of us.
Pretty much all of this game is going to be a mystery. Also might be a little bit of a struggle too, so we'll have to see what's going on here. You can actually see both blue buff and red buff being taken here at level 1. So Curse Academy already getting those next level 4v4 strats coming out here. As now it's going to be K1 Pro's Zyra coming down bottom lane. Keep in mind this is still a, let's see if we check out K1 Pro. He's sitting up 37 ability power on that Zyra. That's going to be a little bit rough to work on, whereas, Egad and Malphus, neither one of them has any AP.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be spamming some roots with that blue buff now.
Yeah, roots, spamming damage, and a whole lot of excitement. It's still a duo lane now, but instead we have Captain Ziploc versus Mashme. There's a little bit of a dance-off in mid.
Looks like we might have a little all-in. Oh, no, they backed off bot.
No all-in. There's still some action going on in the lanes. This is definitely a struggle. You can see mid lane, I keep returning to this. It's just Ziploc versus Mashme. I think Mashme is too blind to last hit the minions. He is, of course, sitting at a little bit lower minion score, of course, than Captain Ziploc, who's pushing a big wave hunter turret. He just smites the cannon creep away. That's the new meta for playing this mid lane matchup. You can't miss cannon creeps anymore because you have smite.
I mean, I always take smite when I go mid. Next level strats.
It's actually a strategy that a couple of Southeast Asian teams ran. They put their jungler with Ignite. They ran Shaco jungle. They ran Ignite on it, and then they put Smite on the mid laner, and he just rotate through to the jungle to help smite the buffs for the jungler early on. Makes your jungle ganks a lot more potent, and this time around probably won't see any ganks, which means that if you play really aggressive, you probably have a pretty good time because you don't have to worry about being ganked anymore. So Mashme in the mid lane took a ton of damage there, but did make it out alive, was forced to flash back behind his middle turret. So Mashme is having a little bit of a rough time there. He's saying it's lag, and while the servers are undergoing maintenance and you may experience brief disruptions in service, I don't think that's quite the disruptions that Mashme is experiencing. So Ben, do you believe in the new Curse Academy innovations or strats? Is this going to be roles that you're going to encourage being played?
I mean, we'll have to see the results of this game, but I mean, if we win, maybe I'll have to take it into consideration with these role swaps.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, it worked out well for LMQ. So if we see it just as dominant, I mean, it's the new managerial sort of meta where you have to convince your players.
If you show that everyone's good at different roles, then it's another element that people have to keep in mind when you play them. You never know who you're going to play against in lane.
It's true, and I don't know. Apparently, we still have like 3 more days of games this week, so it's gonna be super exciting for me to see exactly the kind of strategies that Curse Academy pull out after learning so much from games like this. I know I'm certainly learning a lot about the new 4v4 meta. No jungle ganks. Mid laners like to roam, but now A, there's no junglers to roam. B, mid laners are actually the junglers who will be rotating between mid lane and jungle. So while jungle creeps may get ganked a few times out there, it's just going to be tons of wave cleared. Oh, Mashme's leaving lane. Might be going top lane for a gank here. We'll see. See what this happens. I mean, when both the jungler and the mid laner are MIA, it's a pretty good time to watch out for that. Duosec flashes behind his turret. Last tick of Ignite's good for first blood. But now Studio, I'm not sure if he needs to like suicide here, but Bashme is right on his tail. Sonic Wave, and there's the follow-up. Bashme looking good up in the top lane. Nice roam, but still first blood taken by Studio after the 4-minute mark, so he gets that full 400 gold. So I don't know, things are looking pretty rough, Ben.
Oh, we can always come back. Oh, looks like we got some action bot lane now.
Oh, Malphus turns it around and makes it a 1-for-1. Dodges away from the Rise of the Thorns passive there. And Malphus got some moves, making that into an even trade. Still 2-2. Action heating up around the map, though, Ben. My body is having struggles, like holding it together. Oh, man.
Oh,
flash out.
Pro flash right there.
Hey, the jungle get Darius ganks. I mean, nobody sees it coming. One of the reasons they may not have seen it coming is because that due to the lack of junglers, there are in fact no wards placed out on the map. The only ward that's actually out there is a trinket ward in the mid lane. The Mashpee used a little bit earlier, so or that I think was that Duosex? Yeah, I think that was Duosex ward that you placed in the mid lane for just to make sure he knows what's happening there. And apparently we have a little bit of a pause here while Studio fixes some rumbling with his issues. We'll have to see how strategic this is. But yeah, a lot more of an even game than I was expecting. I've got my champions lined up by previous role, so I should probably put them in the roles that they're playing now. Game is unpaused, so we're back to everything. But still, Studio's Rumble looking good in that top lane versus Duosex Rise. And I guess Rise should be a champion that Duosex knows how to play because he is one of those big mages.
Yeah, and he played earlier. I think he played against Teammate like last week, maybe.
Some fancy moves by Mashpee in the mid lane versus Captain Ziploc. This is the most exciting game to watch mid lane. It's whole bunch of standing around. I think Darius definitely winning out the dance contest, which is pretty much most of what mid lane is, and kind of just standing still. Second blue buff of the game. This time, Rux gets the blue buff instead of K1 Pro, so maybe K1 Pro didn't do enough with it. He did pick up a kill, but now they want to give Mashpee a kill, so they're giving him the blue buff.
Actually, Rux.
All right, well, Rux. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't do this, Ben.
Yeah, I know. I always want to do.
The role swap meta is too hard for my tiny caster brain. We might have to work on this just a little bit more. Daz said it's though. Malphus actually gonna go in on this. He's gonna play Rux right back into Egad. Egad's kind of taking some struggles from K1 Pro. The culling coming out and not wanting to make people or all of our wonderful subscribers have to type that hashtag or the NACL the culling emote. Does not die to the culling. Avoids being hashtag get culled. But it does seem like things are actually pretty even. The Rumble and Darius picks work really well when there are no junglers because they just like auto push the wave into turrets super well. And Duosex having a little bit of a struggle. He is about 20 CS up though, even though he did die. So the Rumble ultimate coming down, doing a lot of damage to Duosex. Studio's pretty low on that one. Should be able to back out mid lane though. There's some more action. The dunk's down on a Mashpee, tries to safeguard through the bleed damage and actually uses the spell vamp from Iron Will and the Smite to stay alive through the ignite. So some pretty sick moves by mid laners. If it was a traditional mid laner, you wouldn't be able to do that. So it's a mechanic that was able to save Mashmee's life, but he's still not actually winning out that 1v1. I don't know if you guys could hear Egad yelling in the background, but apparently in 3 minutes we're going to see some pretty spectacular plays.
It's pretty interesting that Mashme is still stuck to his jungle roots by building the Elder Lizard first.
So yeah, I mean, you used to see. I don't know if you remember way back in the day, Ben, but you used to see Elder Lizard on like just about every champion. It was such a good item. It was nerfed, I think, like 3 or 4 times in a row, and people still build it for one reason or another. Did just get a new passive. Mid lane though, we're gonna see Ziploc take the return trip from Mashme. It's just one mid laner like almost killing the other one, and the other one comes back in the lane, but we don't actually have any mid laners because unfortunately they're both AFK, so it's just jungles in the mid lane. And all right, so I believe that now we are being joined by the one and only Morbizan, who, unable to play in his game, is now here to add some exciting team insight for our plays. The studio, though, face checking right into Mashme, is going to try for, well, something. Doesn't find anything, but welcome to the game, Morbizan.
I don't actually. Oh, there we go. It's left control. Yeah, you know, I figured if Chris Academy's manager is here, then Ziploc's female dogs should have a representative as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice Dragon's Rage to disengage in the mid lane from Mashme. So Morbizan, as the manager and official representative and spokesperson of Ziploc's female dogs, what do you have to say about their performance so far in NACL?
Well, you know, I think we have a 100% win rate, and that's pretty much better than everybody else. So, really, not much else to say about it than that.
Even better than Curse Academy. Studio does kill Duosec and gets the level off. Actually, no, he didn't level. He got extra health from the passive that you get from the offense tree, where if you kill somebody, you get a little bit of extra health back. Saved his life there against the Ignite, and man, Studio, still a monster on this top lane Rumble. But any response to Ziploc's female dogs having a better win rate in NACL than Curse Academy, Ben?
Oh, man. I mean, I can't say anything if we don't win this game. I mean, it's all about bragging rights on the field, so I mean, I can't comment. They do have a better record.
It's
can't
true.
argue with that.
It's you know, it's rough, but everybody has bad games, Ben. So you know what? It's gonna be okay. The culling coming out, almost gets it out. Malphus, just a couple more auto attacks, but fortunately not able to take him down. But oh, Mashme is here. The box is down. He just walks up and kicks him in the face. Egad still got some damage. Does barrier that out, but Mashme underneath the turret. Rux tanks it up like a boss. Mashme gets out with a couple kills. See, this is why you should have stayed and played mid, Morbizan, because then Mashme
would have kept him mid. So
exactly. Exactly. He would have been mid camping you.
I mean, if he doesn't play, he can protect his KDA.
That is true. Morbizan always wants that big KDA. I mean, he set a pretty unstoppable record in the one victory that Ziploc's female doges did have yesterday. So getting to preserve that, yeah. I think we all. It's nice to see seeing through Morbizan's clever tactics to preserve that KDA. Unfortunately, he is now gone again. That is. So now it's just back to Curse Academy having the representative. So see, now you can say all those things that you really wish you could have said while Morbizan were here.
I think he just went speechless after the gank bot line.
Ooh, that's one option. Now Ziploc will get knocked up, but Mashme just walks up and kicks him in the face again. I wish that when Lee Sin killed somebody with Dragon's Rage, they just like their dead body like flew across the screen like they do when they're still alive. That would be
maybe they'll do that if they do the rework on the kit.
Oh, that's true. When they rework Lee Sin, the only reason people will play him is because if for some reason somehow you kill someone with him, they actually look cooler when they fly across the screen when they're dead. So the only problem is that you have to kill somebody with the new reworked Lee Sin kit, which may be a little bit more difficult than it is now. But we'll have to see how that works out. And for right now, Lee Sin working out pretty well. This Mashme is just trying to get Lee Sin nerfed even harder. Death Sentence there on a Rux and a dodge away. Malphus is not quite where he wants to be, kiting away as fast as they possibly can. Egad takes the lantern, pulls himself right to Thresh right as he dies, flashing away. Mashme taking turret aggro, trying to come down. Egad's kiting for his life. What's it gonna do? Rux walks under turret and picks up the kill.
Those Swifties.
telling you, man, it's the Swiftness boots. He was trying to run away, but he just couldn't. Swiftness boots they're too OP, man, and they don't even go on cooldown when you get hit like mobility boots do.
Secret strats. Everyone should get Mobies or Swifties.
Hey, Swiftness boots are actually making a comeback. I see a lot of supports get Swiftness boots because apparently dropping a ward is considered a combat action. And so when you have mobility boots on a support and you drop a ward, you actually drop back down to having just boots of speed. So just boots 1 instead, because somehow warding is super aggressive or whatever. Ashby's gonna solo out Dragon here. Using power of those Swiftness boots to run away, even though he's been taking damage. Instead of running away, he's just going to hit the back button. And Curse Academy, it was even for a long time, Ben, but it does look like you guys are finally finding a way to outplay Ziploc's female Doges.
I think our synergy is finally grouping after the no practice strat of the role swaps. This took 15 minutes.
Everybody has to find opportunities to practice. I understand you guys have been a very busy team, basically winning everything. And so now it's nice to see, spreading some practice time over into NACL. It's been working out pretty well for everyone but Duosec. Duosec having a rough time. There's the Ignite down in studio. Might have some catch potential, but so here's Ziploc going in. Where's the dunk? Just pulls him in. Doesn't even have to dunk him down. Now gonna pick up a blue buff as well. Mashme might be coming in for some follow-up. Ziploc could be in trouble coming around. There's a ward drop in the brush. He's just gonna ward jump to it now with the blue buff here on Captain Ziploc. He's just trying to dodge away. I don't think he's got a whole lot of places to go. Oh, the Q lands and hits him over the wall. Mashme putting on the moves. So Swiftest boots. He's just got the moves. Oh, Studio could be in a little bit of trouble. Mashme just kicks him in again. Once again, if you kick him across the screen when they're dead, I feel like that looks just too cool. But man, Bashby, I don't think he got the memo. No tryhards allowed in this game.
He's got to pad the KDA.
That is true. I'll keep track of that score from now on. And K1 Pro actually tried a 1v1 Zyra over the wall, but we got Malfuzix there. Is he gonna have the death sentence way over the wall? That's a pretty impressive death sentence. He hit it while he was being knocked up. Now there's the ace in the hole in the box as well. We're gonna see Captain Ziploc leading his team to victory. Dancing right on top of that corpse. He's pulling the weeds from the garden.
The no respect dance right there.
Yes, I feel like he should have a last whisper so that then he would be able to literally drop the bows on to K1 Pro, but with no bows to drop, I mean, you can't really do that, so. Why, hello there, Morbazan. How nice of you to join us again.
Thank you. It's courtesy of my sporadically disconnecting internet.
Internet has been an issue for a lot of professional players tonight, so it's sad to see it affecting another professional player. But it's good to at least have you here for the analyst desk portion of the broadcast. So it looks like since you left, Ziploc's female Doges have been having a little bit of a rough time. Can you attribute that directly to you not playing?
I can't actually. I would like to, but I definitely can't. I think any loss that ZFD might have had from me not being there was more than made up in Pat not being there, so definitely have to tip my hat to, Chris Pat.
Yeah, good job from Pat. Apparently, 3 minutes from now, something really cool is gonna happen. You guys may hear some celebrations, but it's interesting. I get like a little bit of a preview here to hear what's going on, and as this game is. I need some like expert analysis help. Where's like I don't know. Okay.
Oh man, that's rough.
You guys pretty popular down there. He's looking for love in all the wrong places. You got the Inseku from Mashme. I don't know if maybe KT Bullets may be looking for a sub, but Mashme is definitely available. Although not really because he's on Curse Academy. So. Bottom turret will go down here. Maybe the inhibitor if Morbazan doesn't like reconnect and home guard out of base right now. And barring that, it will be the first inhibitor of the game going down to Curse Academy. Egad's gonna return back to that bottom lane. And he's only 3 levels behind Rux, so might be able to pick up that kill. But instead, the disengage Curse Academy. Nice to see you guys playing it smart.
Yeah, I never want to go too aggressive. Until we probably will go too aggressive.
It's somewhat inevitable. 804 score there from Mashme. He's been mid lane, he's been jungling. I mean, mid laners are basically junglers anyway, so it's nice to see a little bit more of a legitimate way to both take the lane CS and tax it, as well as tax the jungle too. He's just taxing everything. He's like I don't know, Curse IRS or something.
Curse Gov.
Yeah, curse.gov.
Yep. Mashme's new fan site.
Well, it will look like the first turret of the game being taken down by EGAD. He's taken down 100% of the turrets that have been taken by the ZFD, so nice to see him getting that stat in there. But Studio versus Duosec again. Oh my gosh, Duosec flashes over the wall. Studio's silenced and doesn't have flash, so no follow-up there. We're going to see if Captain Ziploc, he went for mobility boots too, and when the minions auto-attack him, they go on a cooldown, so he's too slow to catch on to Duosec.
Oh, I think that was the moment.
EGAD flashed underneath the turret, or behind the turret, and aced in the hold Duosec, or aced at Duosec in hole, as it were. So nice to see. Duosec apparently is just quitting, man. After such a rough loss, sometimes it's just too much for players to handle.
You know, I'm not sure if you guys saw the Ziploc's Female Dogs game yesterday, but EGAD also tried to flash into a tower and ace in the hole someone, but it had definitely less success yesterday.
Oh, the barrier saving Rux!
Oh, the trap. It's a trap.
Where's Admiral Akbar when you need him? They could have... Oh my gosh, the struggles for Rux, man, intensify as now he's no longer deathless. Just ruined that KDA right there. It's rough times to be an AD carry. Just when you escaped with like 2 HP, EGAD actually psychically knew. He was predicting, he just got inside Rux's mind, put a trap there and was like, watch this, guys. Leaves it for later on. Nice to see some really advanced Korean strategies from EGAD. You'll be seeing that in OGN possibly tonight. So just saying, it's not only Curse Academy that are innovating with some cool strategies here, like the jungle mid laners. We've also got some participation from young EGAD, or Little EGAD as was his previous summoner name.
Everyone's favorite support fights.
Oh man, looks like Malphus maybe having coming out on the losing end of that one. K1 Pro currently sitting with 101 ability power. If he had 99 ability power, I feel like I could have done a little bit more with that, but just enough to take down Malphus. There's a flash in to pull back onto Duosec. He's also going to get slowed there. The Electro Harpoons not hitting. Duosec makes it out alive. I always thought, oh, but here's Don't Mash Me. Ziploc's trying to back. Don't Mash Me is going to let him back there, but he actually is going to return as the Spirit of the Elder Lizard is going to stop him. Rux wants some better KDA, and it's going to pick up the culling kill onto Studio. 2 for 0 so far up in the top lane, and I don't know. It seems like you guys are actually pretty upset about Rux's untimely demise.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, the Baron. This is where games begin and end. Ben,
are we going to
get
a pro EGAD steal here?
Oh man, I'm waiting for it. He's got that Piltover Peacemaker. He's been waiting the entire game just for this moment. He's gonna Piltover it, but unable to find the kill. And now, an epic 1v1, the battle of the ages coming in here. EGAD drops the trap just in case the trap auto-kills Rux like it did earlier. Rux runs away from the trap because he learned his lesson the first time.
You can only die to a trap once in a game.
You only die to a trap once?
Yep. It's the next Bond film.
Yodo, you only die once. Well, I guess in Rux's situation, he actually did only die once, but as they're pushing it into the base now, EGAD, he's got the... Okay, he doesn't have the best score on the team. That's going to go to Studio. Actually had a really good laning phase, and that's all 3 magic penetration and magic resistance reduction. But, oh, another big equalizer coming in. It's not living up to its name. It's not equalizing the game just yet. EGAD once again, oh, there's the kickback on a Captain Ziploc, goes down to Don't Mash Me. Now legendary at 907, but he's got to protect that KDA, which may make him a little bit less effective in team fights, because he might not want to die. Well, there's one more turret going down, and once again, Ziploc's female Doges leave it up to EGAD to defend their base, and it does look like he single-handedly will push them away. Des said it's not going to hit there. Malphus maybe looking for a support sub after this one.
I don't know. I don't think anyone can separate the Doges right now. I think it's this team's too strong.
Well, I mean, when you look at Curse Academy, you can really see that all of them like backing back to base. Really afraid of this Zhonya's Hourglass power coming out from Captain Ziploc. He also has the mobility, the Home Guard upgraded mobility boots. So really, there's nowhere that you can run from that. That's the fastest boot combination you can get in the game, Ben. And you can really see Curse Academy just disengaging from it.
No, you can just run into the middle of the fights with that speed, and then Zhonya's.
It's true, and really the Zhonya's, I feel, is going to be the real big team fight turner. I mean, already Captain Ziploc has had a pretty devastating performance so far in this game, and when you buy that Zhonya's, it just means that you can't kill Ziploc for that 2.5 seconds, so I don't know.
That could be an important 2.5 seconds.
It's true, and when you're this far ahead, you really want to make sure that you can stay alive, and hey, Zhonya's is a great way to do that. Plus, there's no Zhonya's Hourglass on Curse Academy. What do you feel about them just missing out on that item opportunity, Ben?
I mean, I'm a little nervous if that 2.5 seconds ever comes into play. I mean, we're screwed.
I mean, I'm just saying it may be something to mention to the team after the game, so that you can shore up maybe some weaknesses in your playstyle.
When Zhonya's Hourglass becomes a official stat, yeah.
Hey, I recall Mashme building that item. Mashme and Robert Exley, I think, both built that on AD carries last season. It was.
Didn't some people used to build it on Zed too as like 6 item?
All right, well, there's the Rampage. Rux charging through, and there's the Zhonya's Hourglass. You can't kill. Okay, well, now you can kill Ziploc, but Zhonya's 100% effective there.
Oh, more Zhonya's.
The counter Zhonya's, man. Egad's getting on that Zhonya's trade. Does Mashme ruin his KDA? The culling, he gets the kill.
Oh, the
no.
sneaky strats.
Wait, Egad just outplayed him into the ground, and rest in peace, the KDA there. 10, 1, and 7. It's that one that really matters.
We got baited.
Actually, the first death is for free, so that one doesn't actually matter.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I was unaware of the house rules here, Morbazan, but
no,
oh
my! Holy moly!
Math.
Well, there. Unfortunately, no longer an undefeated win record for Ziploc's female Doges in NACL. They will drop to 1-1, a 50% record, which does drop them behind in the standings to Curse Academy. So you guys are right back up there, right back in it. Nice to see Curse Academy with a improving their score and really back to form after I don't know. It was rough yesterday, but today it looks like you guys are actually doing pretty good, especially considering the last game that you guys played, this one as well. Nice to see Curse Academy getting in shape for the finals.
Definitely.
All right.
Duo today, it's a good day.
Well, that is going to do it for the games today. And so congratulations to Ben Drake, who and his team, both of whom had victories today. Ben Drake, a victory in casting, and Curse Academy, of course, a couple victories in NACL. With Ziploc's female Doges dropping down to 1-1, we'll see if they can come back next week or what's happening, because this is the last week of the regular season for NACL. So get it while you can, and make sure that you tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course that's 1 a.m. or is it 1 a.m.? It's like midnight or 1 a.m. Central European Time as well. So do appreciate all of our international viewers. So shout out to you guys, as well as shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. We really appreciate you having watching the show. We'll be back tomorrow, but before we head out, do want to give one last shout out to our sponsors at Loot Crate, Phoenix, Law Class, and the music that Monster Cat provides us. And also let you guys know that if you missed any of the games from tonight's broadcast, you can head over to youtube.com/NACL Esports and check out any VOD that you want to watch from this regular season. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube to let us know whenever we go live with NACL. If you liked our casting tonight, you can follow all of our casters at Rapid Casting, at EGAD or Feed, at League of Studio, and I think it's going to be at Benjamin_Drake, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct.
You can also follow Malphus X, who's guest casting for us this week, at Malphus X, and of course Morbazan and a whole lot of the other Ziploc's female doges out there on Twitter. That's going to do it for our show tonight. So on behalf of all of our casters, staff, and everyone here at the North American Challenger League, I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching. We'll see you back tomorrow at 4 p.m.